Have you ever wondered who actually pays for Linux Mint? A completely free operating system has remained stable, secure, and popular for over 20 years without ads or big corporations behind it. Discover the secrets behind this successful open source project. Yet, Linux Mint isn't free because someone forgot to charge for it. It thrives thanks to a small, dedicated team, a global volunteer community, and the generosity of its users. No ads, no corporate interference, just a transparent, user-supported model that keeps it stable, secure, and truly independent. Let's see how it all works behind the scenes. To understand how Linux Mint is funded, it is important to first examine the team behind the project. Unlike large companies with thousands of employees across various departments, Linux Mint has a surprisingly small and efficient structure, but one that is extremely dedicated. The main people involved are Clement Lefebvre, the project founder, known as Clem. Clem is the driving force behind Linux Mint, actively involved in coding, interface design, and community communication. He is the visible face of the project and sets its strategic direction. Zenepeak, the legendary moderator of the International Forum, ensures smooth community operations and user support. Linux Mint forums are known for their fast, friendly help from volunteers, and Zenepeak plays a key role here. Oscar799, a quieter contributor, but extremely active, bringing technical improvements, solving issues, and testing new features. Besides these leaders, about 10 core collaborators constantly contribute to the project. But what truly makes Linux Mint special is its extended volunteer community. Hundreds of people participate in forum administration, website maintenance, design, translations, and documentation. This simple yet efficient structure allows the team to stay close to users, test every change, and ensure system stability. Unlike large corporations, decisions are fast and transparent, resulting in quick updates, reliability, and a system adapted to real user needs. Additionally, this organization reduces costs and administrative complexity, helping Linux Mint remain financially independent and focus on quality rather than profit. Those who follow the official Linux Mint blog know that every month there's a post by Clem detailing project news, updates, and team progress. These posts aren't just informal. They offer a level of transparency rarely seen in tech. At the end of each article, a summary of sponsors and donations received in the previous month is published. This means anyone can see exactly where the funds come from and how they are used. This transparency brings two major benefits. Trust. Users know Linux Mint hides nothing, and that donated funds go where they're supposed to. Motivation for contributions. When people see the direct impact of their donations, they're more likely to support the project. In a world where many companies don't disclose how funds or user data are used, Linux Mint's open policy makes it truly remarkable in the open source community. Donations are the backbone of Linux Mint's funding. Unlike other open source projects that rely on ads or service sales, Linux Mint depends on the generosity of its users. Monthly donations rarely drop below $15,000, and in peak months, like October and November, they exceed $20,000. Annually, that's around $200,000 solely from users. It's astonishing to think that a full operating system, used by millions, can be sustained entirely through voluntary donations. The Linux Mint team has repeatedly stated that they do not want to rely on commercial businesses that could compromise the project. This financial independence allows them to maintain user privacy, avoid intrusive ads, and keep the software stable and secure. In practice, every user who donates becomes part of this global community, keeping Linux Mint free and functional. In addition to direct donations, Linux Mint also receives support from sponsors. The sponsorship system has 4 levels: Gold, 2 sponsors, $1,000 per month each; Silver, 3 sponsors, $500 per month each; Bronze, 8 sponsors, $100 per month each; Community, 122 sponsors, $20 per month each. These sponsorships bring in approximately $7,000 per month, more than $80,000 annually. Main sponsors are internet service providers, cloud providers, and hardware companies compatible with Linux. They support the project not for advertising, but to back a stable and secure open source ecosystem. This combination of donations and sponsorships covers development, hosting, technical support, and marketing costs without compromising project independence. This approach is inspiring for any open source project. The community and sponsors support it for ethical and practical reasons, not just commercial ones. Another interesting aspect is how Linux Mint monetizes traffic without compromising user privacy. Linux Mint has agreements with search engines like DuckDuckGo and Yahoo, allowing the project to receive funds in exchange for traffic generated by users. Unlike other systems, there's no aggressive data collection or personalized tracking. Previously, Firefox on Linux Mint was customized to use certain default search engines, but in 2022, an agreement with Mozilla changed this practice. Now, Firefox on Linux Mint uses Mozilla's default search engines while still allowing users to change them if desired. This attention to privacy is a key reason Linux Mint is highly respected in the open source community. Users know they can browse the web without constant tracking, a clear contrast with Windows or Chrome OS. The official Linux Mint website also has an online store offering various products, mini PCs, no longer available, and desktop or laptop systems compatible with Linux Mint, clothing with the Linux Mint logo, t-shirts, hoodies, and backpacks. Some purchasers, like compatible hardware, donate 10% of revenue to the project, and $5 from every clothing item sold goes to the project. Although the revenue isn't huge, it's an additional source of funding and helps sustain the project long-term. It's an example of creative ways to support an open source project without compromising its integrity and independence. The store also raises Linux Mint brand awareness, giving users a tangible way to show support and spread the open source message. Legally and financially, Linux Mint is registered as a limited company in Ireland with fewer than 30 employees. Public financial data shows Linux Mint is a healthy company with growing profits and no dividend distribution to shareholders. Essentially, the team does not depend on big corporations and does not sell user data. This structure allows the project to focus on what truly matters: stability, functionality, and respect for users. In an industry where many open source projects are acquired by big corporations or become ad dependent, Linux Mint remains a rare example of independence and sustainability. Linux Mint is a rare example, free and accessible to everyone, stable and functional, ideal for both beginners and advanced users, respectful of user privacy, and supported solely through donations, sponsorships, and transparent agreements. If you also use Linux Mint and enjoy the experience, consider contributing according to your means. Whether through donations, store purchases, or active community participation, every gesture helps keep the project independent and secure. And one final time, infinite thanks to Clem and the entire Linux Mint team. If you love Linux Mint, like, subscribe, and support the project however you can. Stay independent, stay secure, and keep enjoying Linux Mint. Thanks for watching.